Well, joining us now is General Sir Richard Shirreff, the former Deputy Supreme Allied Commander of NATO. Thank you very much indeed for being with us. Just first of all, your reaction to these developments this evening.
Well, I think we need to be extremely worried. This has been ramping up for some time, and today's announcements are, in a sense, setting the scene for what may well follow, which will be a Russian invasion of Ukraine.
So you think it could be a broad invasion of Ukraine, not limited to putting, his troops into the Donbass region as peacekeepers or something like that?
Let's be clear. If Putin puts his troops into Donetsk and Luhansk and the Donbass, that is an invasion of a sovereign nation. That is changing the boundaries of Europe by force, or continuing to change the boundaries of Europe by force. There are clear options. Or a number of options. He could go for the Donbass. He could decide to attack in a sort of blitzkrieg attack on Kiev, or he could bite off a chunk of southeast Ukraine to give himself a land corridor, annex a land corridor down to Crimea. But any of those options is an invasion. Any of those options will lead to fighting on a scale and of an intensity not seen in Europe since 1945.
And how do you think NATO should now react, and the West should now react to what he has announced?
Well, NATO needs to man the ramparts, frankly, and be absolutely determined to demonstrate that it's ready to defend NATO territory at whatever cost, whether it's in the Baltic states, whether it's Romania, Bulgaria, or elsewhere. And we in the UK need to understand that the defence of our country starts not on the White Cliffs of Dover, the Murray Firth, or East Anglia, the East Anglian coastline, but it starts in the forests of Lithuania, of Estonia, of Latvia, and elsewhere on NATO's eastern border. So NATO needs to be ramping up its reinforcement of capability in its eastern territories, in the air, and in our sea lines of communication with the east.
But an invasion, a broad-scale, full invasion of Ukraine, doesn't bear thinking about in terms of the chaos it will cause and the loss in human life.
It does not, but we need to recognize the full implications of what may be about to unfold.
May be about to unfold. Do you think that he would really do that? He stands to become an isolated leader, a pariah state, with an economy that will be severely damaged. Do you think he will take that gamble?
He also stands to generate an extraordinarily massive problem for Russia if he invades Ukraine, because the Ukrainians will fight like hell. But clearly, we don't know what he will do. But every step he takes is taking him, Russia, Europe, and the world closer to the edge of a precipice. And the closer he gets to the precipice, the more difficult it is to ramp back. He is holding a gun to NATO's head. He is demanding no less than the dismantling of the alliance. But that has been his long-term aim. There's nothing new here. This has been in the playbook for Putin since at least 2014, and we have just watched and let it happen.